Let's take this example. Let's this put a box where she is sitting. This will give us a depth of this and the length and the height of the person, and then we divide it in two part in middle. Say that's the wall of the behind the lady, and this is the middle portion where we are making the foundation of leaf and then the hands with the limb and the cone structure, which if you see in my old reels you can see this. And these are the main measuring points which is giving us the proportions. So we will keep all these 3 points in mind where I have given the arrow mark, and see these are the arrow marks which we will keep in mind while I'll be drawing. Now this is what we have to draw. Let us get into the page and see. I have already made the box and divided into half, and then from here if I look back, see this is where I am drawing the blue lines and the green lines which I have drawn it. Okay, and from here the foundation rib cage I made it, and then this is the hand part, the limb, and I always use the cone. And here, this is what the pelvic region would be, and the thigh, the left thigh, and here the other hand will come up, and then the other thigh. Here there is a blanket, but I've removed the blanket and given another leg. Now from here I would start working on the face part the way it is showing. And here I see this is eyes. I always start with eyes and then I go to nose and slowly I get into hairline. Once this is finished, then I can look into the ear part. And see, I have just removed some of the pencil lines which has been used for the proportions. And at this point you can actually zoom it and see how it is looking at. And then at this moment, this is where after the foundation you just connect those gaps and you can actually have your drawing ready. And see if this is the sports bra she's wearing it, and at the same time she's also tired. And from here you can actually make a lot of composition keeping the same position, keeping, and you can make it a devotional, you can make it a fitness and a lot of things. I like this print because of this shading part. So if you look at the shading part, I just zoomed it here and see how the light and shadow playing a role. And this is ideal for anyone to learn the shading on human body. A lot of people doesn't do that. Learning shades on human shadows on human body is very important. That's where how you learn the gradual process. And if you see, first I have start working on the main layer, and slowly I started increasing a number of layer which will actually increase the values. The more the values, more the layer, or more the layers, more the values. Now that we have started adding up, what I would be doing it is start working on the face. And see here I have started working on the rib structure, the collarbone, and the shoulder part. Here there's a lot of darkness, at the same time a lot of reflective lights are there. Within the shadow there are lights reflecting, so you have to ensure that you capture it. And go slow, don't rush. I have seen a lot of people rush at this moment and try to get the desired values in the first stroke, first layer, and that's where they do mistakes. And then they come back and say, sir, my things are not happening. And I keep on telling them that because you are very impatient. So what you do is that layer by layer increase the values. And see how I have done is that here the light section is actually in the end of the shadow, so where there is a darkness and again there is a lightness here. At this point it is very important that we work on individual shadows and the reflective lights. See, this is the part where I make it darker. At the same time, at the end of it I will ensure that where the light and shadow meets I make it more darker, so that the other side of the shadow you see reflective lights are reflecting. And there is a gradual progression, there is no sharp end of the shadow and the light. And this is how it gives it a roundish shape, the volume and everything. And this is where you have the back, and look at the back side. There's a lot of reflective light even in the shadows, and we will ensure that we capture those. And see, we have left that area after one layer, and rest of the place we started adding a lot of layers. Now I am adding little values in the face so that we can increase more darkness, and at the same time the places where we kept it the first two layers, there you will see that more of your reflective lights are visible. Same you do it for the hair. The moment you start working on the hair, you'll see that the face is coming up live, and Generally hairs are always darker for the black faces or the black hairs, and this is where you play a huge role, give it a the face a more identification of the reference picture you are doing it. For easier process, I have used only one pencil here, and see, this is only a hb 0.5 mm mechanical pencil, but for your comfortability, you can actually go for 2B, 4B, 6B different pencil to achieve different values, and you can have more contrast, more light and shadows play. And this is where the shadow will continue and will take a round shape because the shadow is traveling through the roundness of the thigh. At the same time, it has a lot of wrinkles, and see how the dress I have started putting up the drapes. And here the drapes, this is very important that we work on the drapes, but we put a layer and then we make it a darker so that it feels like it is in a similar part of it. And now here we are working on the leg part, and see, I have started adding a lot of values and the darkness is popping up, and the more the darker, the more brighter it looks in the lighter side. So that's how you make a contrast and play around and give your painting much more values and plays and make it more dramatic. That's how we play around with shadows and lightness. This is a part where you are not visible and you're drawing it from your knowledge, and I remove the blanket. This is how you have to play. If you know the anatomy, you can do it. And if you want to learn this anatomy, you can join my subscription course in Instagram. So Instagram is in English, and if you are not comfortable in English and you want Hindi, then you can actually take the subscription in my Facebook. So I have Facebook two accounts. One is the main account, and there is a Herox Art Gallery page. So you can go and take the subscription where the entire the learning course is there, and every week I add up two videos and lot of practice work, so you can actually work on it. So this is the final thing. Let me know how did you like it. Please subscribe, share, and like it.